Training camp opens on Friday. 2016 Miami Dolphins season, 6-10 last year. Defense did not perform that well. We're going to talk about it right now. Omar Kelly, Chris Perkins, Sentinel.com, Sports with Perk. First of all, let's talk training camp. Adam Gase, what is he going to do from day one to put an imprint on this team? You know, Joe Philbin wanted cerebral players, and he had them going on two fields and all that kind of stuff. Gase wants dogs. He's got them. What is he going to do from
Does
day
he have
one?
them? Wait. Does he have them? Do we have dogs?
Well,
are there enough dogs?
There's not enough, but he started in the draft, didn't he?
I look at this team as a team full of young players. I know you hate that.
Yeah.
And then old farts.
There's no middle ground, not
There's
much not a small middle class?
The Jelani Jenkinses of the world.
Yeah.
Komisis, yes.
Middle-aged. She's a middle-aged football player, yeah. All right.
And there has to be some in between. The one issue, you talk about dogs and alphas.
Right.
Name me the leader on the Miami Dolphins defense.
Ndamukong Suh, Cam Wake, Reshad Jones. You hope Mario Williams.
Now I asked you that question. You named four individuals. Yeah. Are those four individuals good leaders?
Well,
well.
They're not those outward Ray Lewis, Terrell Suggs.
Let me see how you dance out of this one.
Yeah, they're not even Zach Thomas. Right. My running man. No, not enough. There's not enough. But okay. So from day one,
Sue is a selfish person.
Okay, so you're Adam Gase. You have this situation from day one in training camp. What tone do you set, and how do you make up for that lack of alphas? What do you do in camp as a coach?
You empower somebody. You give somebody the Louis Delmas-esque reign.
Right.
Because when Louis Delmas.
You got candidates, right? Brandon Albert, Mike Pouncey.
I'm talking about defense.
Oh, defense. Okay.
Offense. You got.
I thought you meant overall.
You got Jarvis Landry. You got Mike Pouncey. You got Brandon Albert.
Right.
Hell, Arian Foster's known as an alpha.
And, defense. Yes, and you have to hope that Mario Williams and Byron Maxwell become that guy, right? You got to hope for a lot.
You hope that Ndamukong Suh takes it upon himself to think of others and not just himself. You hope that Cameron Wake can become more vocal. And Cameron is definitely a lead by example kind of guy. But he's got to step up and be a leader. Take a guy. Wasn't Deion Jordan Cam Wake's supposed understudy, puppet, locker next to him? How did that turn out?
I think all that leadership stuff is overblown.
You always do.
I think that's overblown. You become a leader by producing on the field.
Absolutely. Reshad Jones.
And then guys will follow you. Right. Guys will follow you.
I think if anybody can step to the forefront and be a leader, be the guy who unites this team, it's Reshad Jones. But then
Gase has to pull Reshad aside and say, look, a lot of people are looking at you. Yeah, this is your defense.
This is your team. This is your defense. Let's make it work. Now, they also have to put him in position to be successful, which both other coaches have done so. Reshad is a very
let him
complicated.
Freelance a little bit.
Let him do his thing.
Yeah.
Let him do it.
All
now,
right.
here's the problem with doing his thing. Reshad Jones, and this is going to be controversial. That's usually what I do.
Right.
When you sit here and you say they had the worst Dolphins secondary in franchise history last year, leading 97.4 passer rating from opponents.
Right.
Now, cornerbacks were exposed a lot.
Yep.
Linebackers were exposed a lot. No pass rush, no problem. But, however, there were instances where Reshad Jones was on his own script, doing his own thing, and the defense was broken because Reshad wasn't doing his assignment. Others had to adjust, compensate, address, and that can become troublesome.
So now, this is the man you're going to appoint as the leader then?
You got to get to the point where you get in his head and say, hey, what we call is what you need to do, or build a defense which allows him to play like Troy Polamalu, and then everybody else, the 10 players, are playing on one scheme. Reshad just does what he wants.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see. Vance Joseph, the new defensive coordinator, has to get in on that too.
It's a tough challenge, especially for a guy who missed all of OTAs.
Right. With that contract disagreement or whatever we'll call it. Speaking of Cam Wake and Byron Maxwell, question marks for different reasons. Cam because of the Achilles. Byron coming off the 5 interceptions last year with Philly, but he was playing in the zone. In the zone system, not press.
But
2 interceptions.
He had a bad season.
I'm mixing them up with somebody. 5.
He had
whatever.
a bad season.
But question marks for different reasons. Who has the better season out of Cam Wake and Byron Maxwell?
I don't think Byron Maxwell is a question mark from this standpoint. The Dolphins are going to ask him to do exactly what he did in Seattle, which allowed him to be a big-time free agent.
But he's got I mean, you talk about leaders. He's basically replacing Brent Grimes.
It's not fair to say that he's replacing Brent Grimes. You're saying that somebody's replacing a 4-time Pro Bowl player?
Yes.
No,
he's
not. He's not even playing
Grimes?
On that side.
I know he's on the right side.
I don't think there's anybody replacing Brent Grimes. I think Byron Maxwell is being asked to not be the shadow. He's being asked to be the guy who's on the right side, who's going to be allowed to play press, and then he's not going to. Nobody's asking him to put on a cape and to follow Brandon Marshall around the field. Now. That's a tough order.
Okay, because on the other side, you've got either Tony Lippett or Xavier Howard, and in the slot, you got Bobby McCain.
Yes.
Somebody better put on a cape. Right? I mean,
we shall see. Listen, is the secondary a major question mark? Absolutely. Is the linebacker unit a major question mark?
You've built your entire linebacker so I'm asking unit. About Cam and Byron Maxwell.
Okay, the defensive line, hell.
Right,
they gave you third.
Is Cam putting on a cape? Cam will have his cape on.
Let's be realistic about Cameron Wake. He's coming off an Achilles injury.
Yeah, 34.
He is 34 years old.
Yeah.
As good as Cam Wake has kept his body in shape, as hard as Cam Wake has worked, and I am going to tell you, he'll probably be a candidate for Comeback Player of the Year.
Right.
But let's be real about this situation. Is Cam Wake an every down player at 34?
Probably not.
Okay.
But if
he wasn't last year.
If you get 8 sacks out of Cam, that's a good year.
Absolutely, no question about
especially
it.
If he's
he gave
limited.
you 7 in 2 games.
Right, exactly.
He gave you 7 in 2 games. He comes on the field.
You say who has a better season, Cam or Byron Maxwell?
Cam, right?
I agree. Linebackers capable of being difference makers in either or the run or pass game. Right. And this is a problem with that defense, right? Right? You got to hope Kiko does something. You got to hope Jelani does something. You got to hope Koa does something. This is in run or pass. Like, get up and tackles at the line of scrimmage, behind the line of scrimmage. I mean, what are these 3 guys going to do?
It puzzles me and makes me a little bit uncomfortable that the Dolphins are building their entire defense around a guy whose last healthy season was 2013.
Yeah, and Kiko Alonso.
I think Kiko Alonso has the potential to be talented.
Yep. He had 159 tackles, I think. So he was a beast.
He was
an absolute beast.
However, how long ago was that?
Right.
The guy's the size of a safety.
Right.
He's not big.
Right, correct.
He's not imposing.
Yeah.
Are you sitting here and telling me that he's good on an injury-depleted linebacker unit that you struggled to make it through the season with all of those guys, Koa, Jelani? When's the last time either one of those finished the season healthy? Now you're going to add Kiko Alonso in it to play 1,100 snaps and expect him to play all 16 games?
Yeah.
Come on, Perk.
I know. Hey, that's those linebackers have got to do something.
There's a lot of things about this defense that has to pan out. Cam has to be healthy and regain some kind of form.
Right.
Mario Williams has to be motivated and driven.
Yes.
Somebody's got to step up and play well next to Ndamukong Suh.
Yep.
Kiko's got to stay healthy and be an
Cornerbacks have got to
effective.
do something.
Hell, 3 cornerbacks. Right. 3 cornerbacks. Isa Abdul Quddus, he's got to find some sort of chemistry with Reshad Jones. So when Reshad breaks script, this guy knows how to be the back end of the defense.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But I think the defense has far more of a challenge and uphill road than the offense. Strangely enough, because they got so far to go. They were second worst in the NFL against the rush.
Here's where I'm going. Okay, now the defense allowed 24.3 points per game last year, 19th in the NFL. Can they improve that stat? Or will they? We know they can. Will they?
I don't think they will. From this standpoint, I think the offense has to own time of possession. If the Dolphins have a good running game, then maybe they can. But you can't put the defense on the field for 70% of the game, or 65% of the game. Let's be fair, and say, hey, bro, hold it down.
Yeah, I think they will improve that stat. How much, I don't know, but 24-3, you cannot do that again, Cannot do that again. All right, that's it for this edition of Sports with Perk. That's Omar Kelly. I'm Chris Perkins. You're watching SunSentinel.com.